Welcome. So the topic we will be discussing in this lecture is AVL trees. So, actually AVL tree is also one type of binary search tree. So it is a binary search tree, but it is a self-balancing binary search tree. That is, it will ensure that the tree remains balanced at all situations. Okay. So why the name AVL, you may ask? Actually, the name is given based on the inventors of this type of tree. Okay, the one who introduced this tree, there are three scientists. Okay, so it is so based on their names, this AVL came. Okay, so basically AVL tree is a self-balancing binary search tree, right? So binary search tree can be used to represent a dynamic values based on the key. It will be stored in the search binary search tree. Okay, so let us discuss one particular binary search tree. So this is a binary search tree where the input is months of a year. Okay, and this is the order in which the input were given: Jan, Feb, March, April. Okay, it is the normal order. Okay, in this order the input is given. So the first input is Jan, so it becomes the root of the tree, right? Next is Feb. So you just check alphabetically whether F is less than J or not. F is less than J, right? So Feb is added as the left child of January. Okay. Then March. If you see March, so M is greater than J, right? Yes. So March is added as the right child of January. Okay. Then April. So if you see A is less than J. So go to the left. There is Feb. There is F. Again A is less than F. So go to the left. So April is added as the left child of February. Okay. Next May. Next May. So if you compare with Jan, M is greater than J, so it comes here. Okay. But when you compare with May and March, first two characters are equal. Okay, so compare the next character R and Y. So Y is greater than R, right? So May is added as the right child of March. Right child of March. Next June. So what is June? So if you see, it is J, right? But so this is also J. Okay, so leave the next. Go to the next character U. Here it is A. Okay. So June is greater than Jan, so it comes here, right? But J is less than M, so go left. So it is added as the left child of March. Okay. Next July. J U. Okay. So J is matching, but next character is A and U. So July is greater than Jan, so come here. Again July is less than March because J is less than M. So go to the left. Already there is June. Okay, so if you compare with June and July, first two characters are matching. After that, here there is N and here is L. So L is less than N. Okay, L is less than N. So July is added as the left child of June, right? Okay, then August. So like that, so on and so forth. This tree got created. Okay. So for example, what is the worst case complexity of this algorithm in the sense if you want to search whether the key value November is available in the tree, then you have to do how many searches? You have to do 6 searches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that is the maximum comparisons which is required for this search. Okay. And the average case is 3.5. Why it is 3.5? If you want to find Jan, you can do that with just one comparison. If you want to find Feb or March, it takes 2 comparisons. If you want to identify April, June or May, you have to do 3 comparisons, okay? Because it is in the third level, right? It is in the third level, so these 3 will make 3 comparisons. If you want to identify August, July or September, it will take 4 comparisons. For October, it will take 5 comparisons. For November, it will take 6 comparisons, okay? So if you add all these things, okay, So 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15, 15 plus 6 21. Okay, so right, so 21. Okay, divided by, so if you add all these things and and if you check out the average comparisons, it will come to 3.5. Okay, so that is how we got this 3.5. Okay, so actually this is let us this compare, whatever our understanding is correct, but there is a slight change in this total. Why it is means, so Jan, to check Jan, it is one comparison, but February and March, two comparisons. Okay, so for February 2, for March is also 2, so totally it is 4. Okay, for April 3, June 3, May 3, so totally it is 9. Okay, for August 4, for July 4, September 4, that is 12. Okay, for December 5 and October 5. Okay, and for November 6. Okay, so if you add all these things, what you will get? 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15. Okay, 15 plus 4 19, 19 plus 3 22, 24, 27, 27 plus 4 31, 31 plus 5 36, 36 plus 6 42. Okay, 42 divided by number of nodes. Number of nodes is 12. Okay, so uh, so that is approximately equal to 3.5. Okay, so that the average comparisons we got as 3.5 comparisons. Okay, so for this particular binary search tree, so this is the maximum comparison required and this is the average comparisons required. Okay, fine. Okay, but if the input sequence is changed, if it is from, if it is something like this: July, Feb, May, August, December, March, October, April, Jan, June, September, and November, then the tree will be something like this. Okay, I think I need not explain, so you can understand. So first the root node is July, and then F is less than J, so Feb comes here. M is greater than J, so May comes here, so on and so forth. Okay. So in this binary tree, if you see, the level is only 4. So max comparison is 4 only. Any node can be identified with just 4 comparisons. Okay. If you want to check out September, then S is greater than J, so go right. S is greater than M, go right. S is greater than O, go right. Identify it. So that will work for any other node also. So max comparison is 4, and here average comparison is 3.1. Okay. So in the first level it is 1. The second level, there are 2 nodes can be identified with 2 comparisons, and 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes can be identified with 3 comparisons. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 nodes can be identified with 4 comparisons. Okay, all these 5 nodes can be identified with 4 comparisons. Okay, so it is what 5 4s are 20. So the number of comparisons required to identify all these nodes put together, it is 20. Okay, here it is 12. Okay, here it is 4, and then at the root level it is 1. So 1 plus 4 5, right? 12 plus 5 17, 17 plus 20 37. Okay, so 37 by 12, 37 by 12. Okay, so it is approximately 3.1 comparisons. Okay, so I mean this binary tree is much better than the previous binary tree. Okay, and also if you see, this is quite a balanced binary tree. This is a balanced binary tree. Okay, right. So again, if you see this particular tree, if the input is given in alphabetic order, A comes first, April, then August, then December. If it is given in alphabetic order, then it becomes a skewed binary tree. Right? And now the maximum comparison is 12. To identify September, you have to make 12 comparisons, and the average comparison is 6.5. So it is 1 plus 2 plus so on and so forth up to 12. Okay. So it is, you have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 12. Okay. So and if you divide by 12, you will get 6.5. Okay. So the point is, if the so which we already know, if the binary search tree is balanced, then the comparisons, number of comparisons, the maximum comparisons and the average comparisons can be reduced. Okay. So that is why we are interested in AVL trees, because AVL trees are self-balancing trees. Okay. So if the average and maximum search time can be minimized, okay, it will be minimized if the binary search tree uh, is a complete binary search tree. Okay. So a complete binary search tree is also a balanced binary search tree, right? If it is a complete binary search tree, it will be a balanced binary search tree. So there also the, what do you call, the average and maximum search will be minimized. Okay. Right. But you cannot every time convert a tree to a complete tree. Okay. See, it is easy to balance a tree, but it is difficult to make a tree as a complete tree. If you want to dynamically convert a tree to a complete tree, after every operation, the cost will be high. That is, the number of operations that you have to perform is high. Okay. So in 1962, Adelson, Welsky and Landis, they introduced a binary tree data structure which is self-balancing, and this data structure is called as AVL tree, and this data structure is called as AVL tree. So AVL tree is a self-balancing tree, self-balancing binary search tree. As it is a self-balancing binary search tree, any item, any key in the AVL tree can be identified with this many operations, order of log n operations. Okay, which we have discussed already. That is, if a binary search tree is a balanced tree, then the number of operations required to search element is order of log n. Okay, so in AVL tree, to retrieve an item, the number of operations required to be performed is order of log n, because AVL tree is a balanced binary search tree. Okay, fine. Okay, now how we will define AVL tree? Okay, how we will officially define AVL tree? By default, an empty tree is height balanced. Empty tree means the tree does not have any node. It is a height balanced tree because there is no node at all. Okay. Then if T is a tree, if T is a non-empty binary tree, if T is a non-empty binary tree, okay, and if TL is the left subtree of T, if T is a non-empty binary tree, and if TL is the left subtree of T, and if TR is the right subtree of T, sorry, right, T is a binary tree and TL is the left subtree of T and TR is the right subtree of T. Okay. So then when you can say that T is balanced, you can say that T is balanced if TL and TR are height balanced. Okay. Okay. So the point is, if T is a non-empty binary tree and if TL is its left subtree and if TR is its right subtree, then T will be called as height balanced if and only if T will be called as height balanced if and only if TL and TR are height balanced. That is, if the left subtree is height balanced and also the right subtree is height balanced. Okay. So what does it mean? Height balanced mean what? Height balanced means what? Okay. So a tree is said to be height balanced. A tree is said to be height balanced if the height of its left subtree minus the height of its right subtree and take the mod of it. That is, remove the sign. Okay. That is, if it is a negative number, also you treat it as a positive number. That is what it says. So take the height of the left subtree and take the height of the right subtree. Subtract the height of the left subtree from the right subtree. Okay. Right. So and ignore the sign Okay. If the result is less than or equal to 1, if the result is less than or equal to 1, then the trees TL and TR are said to be height balanced. Okay. Right. Getting? So HL is the height of TL. HL is the height of the left subtree, which is TL, and HR is the height of the right subtree, which is TR, okay, and then perform HL minus HR and take the what do you call, ignore the sign of that, and if that value is less than or equal to 1, then that tree is said to be a height balanced tree. Okay, okay, right. So if it is if it is not understandable for you, let me draw something like this. So this is a tree. Okay, for every node you check the height. For this node, what is the height? For I mean what is the height of its left subtree? It is 1. Okay, height of the right subtree is also 1. So subtract the height of left subtree minus right subtree, which is 0. Okay, for this node there is no left subtree, there is no right subtree, so it is 0 minus 0, it is 0. For this also it is no left, no right, so 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, so HL minus HR is less than or equal to 1 for all these nodes, so it is a balanced tree. Okay, now say that I am adding a node here. Okay, now what is the height of this tree? I mean height of the left subtree of root. Okay, it is 2. I mean if you take this height alone, if you take this height, okay, height of the what do you call left part of root, okay, it is so it is 2, right, and this is 1, so 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, still this is 0, this is 1 minus 0, it is 1. Okay, this is still 0, this is still 0. Okay, so now also for all the nodes HL minus HR is less than or equal to 1, so this is still height balanced, this is still height balanced. Okay, okay, say for example I'm adding one more node now here. When you add one more node, now the height of the left subtree, it becomes 1, 2, 3, and this is 1, 3 minus 1, this becomes 2. Okay, this is still 0, this is 1, 2, 2 minus this is 1 and 2, 2 minus 0, this also becomes 2. Okay, now this is an unbalanced tree. It is unbalanced at here and also it is unbalanced at here, because at some point HL minus HR becomes 2. Okay, it should be always less than or equal to 1. Okay, it can be a negative 1 also, that is not a problem, but it should be less than or equal to 1. Okay, fine. So what is the balance factor? So the balance factor for a node T in a binary tree is defined to be HL minus HR, where HL and HR are respectively the heights of the left and right subtrees of T. Okay, right. So this is how we define the AVL tree, right? So for any node T in an AVL tree, the balance factor should be -1, 0 or 1. Okay. So as long as the balance factor is -1, 0 or 1 for all the nodes, the tree is balanced. If it is not, then it is unbalanced tree, then you have to make it balanced. Okay. So that's what we are going to discuss. If after performing an insertion, if the tree becomes unbalanced, then how will you make it balanced? Fine. Okay. So let us take this case. So say for example, now we want to insert the values into the binary tree, right? Say first we want to insert March. So March is inserted to the empty binary search tree. So if you at that time if you calculate its balance factor, I mean if you calculate the balance factor for March, it is 0, because it does not have a left child and it does not have a right child. Okay. Right? Now you insert May. So May is greater than March, so it is coming as the right child of March. After inserting May, if you identify the balance factor of May, it is 0. But when you check the balance factor of March, it does not have a left child, so it is 0, and its right child is 1. It has one right child. Okay, so 0 minus 1 is -1. Okay, still it is balanced because because the height of the left subtree minus right subtree should be, as long as it is ignoring the sign, as long as it is less than or equal to 1, it is not, it is fine. Right. Now you want to insert November. When you insert November, November is greater than March and is greater than May, so it comes here. Now the balance factor of November is 0, but for May it is, the balance factor for May is, there is no left child, so 0 minus 1 right child. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Okay. The height of the right subtree is 1. Okay, so it is minus 1. So this is balanced still, but for March it is 0 and the height is 1 and 2. This is minus 2. This is minus 2. Okay, 0 minus 2 is minus 2, right? 0 minus 2 is minus 2, so it becomes unbalanced. So whenever it becomes unbalanced, you have to balance it. Whenever it becomes unbalanced, you have to balance it. Okay. So how will you balance? So there are different techniques to depending on the type of unbalance, you have to do some rotations. So in this case, if you see, the unbalance was created by adding this node November. Okay, unbalance was created by adding this node November. Okay, but the unbalance was created by adding this particular node November. But if you say where is November? November is the right. It is in the right subtree of May. Okay, and which is in the right subtree of March. Okay, I mean which node has created unbalance? Unbalance is by adding November, unbalance is created, and unbalance is created in which node? In March. Unbalance is created in the node March. Okay, unbalance is created in the node March. Okay, so where November is coming? November is coming in the right subtree of the right subtree of March. Okay, so there is some subtree which is to the right of March. Okay, to that subtree, so May is the right subtree of March. To that subtree, November is coming as a as some right successor child. Okay, so it is called as RR. It is called as RR, right. Okay, 2 times it is coming in the right side, right? So it can be any level of right, but we call it as right. Okay, so in that case, what you have to do is, whichever the node which has created the where the imbalance is created, that node should be rotated left. Okay, that means March should be rotated left. Okay, so if you rotate March to the left, then March will come here, and May will come here, and November will come here. Okay, so anyway that is correct, because March is less than May, so March can be placed to the left of May. That's fine, and November is greater than May, so this is what you will get. Okay, so this is the resultant tree you get, which is balanced. Right? Now you are adding August. Okay, when you add August, it is placed here. So the balance factor of August is 0. The balance factor of May is 1, because it is 1 minus 0. There is no right child. Balance factor of November is 0. Okay. So this, I think this is March. It's not May. Okay, this is March. Balance factor of March is 1, and balance factor of May is also 1, because it has 2 child. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. So this is also, so this tree is actually balanced. So inserting August does not create any unbalance, right? Okay. Next, if you see, you are inserting April. When you insert April, unbalance is created at 2 places. It is created here, and also it is created here. Unbalance is created in March, and also it is created in May, right? So now what you have to take as a reference, in the sense, whichever the node where the unbalance is created, which is closer to the newly added node, that you have to take. Okay, so this is the newly added node April, which is closer to April. March is closer to April compared to May. Okay, so first we will deal with this node March only. Okay, So we will start. We will start only with March. Okay. So assuming considering from March, where this new child is added, April is added as the right child of. It is added in the right subtree of the right subtree of March. Okay. So this is the right subtree of March. To that it is added as a right child. Okay. Right. So in that case, you have to perform a sorry, it is added as the left I'm sorry, it is added as the new node is added as the left subtree. It is added to the left subtree of March, and again in that left subtree it is added to the left. Okay, so that is called as LL. Okay, so if it is in the left side, then you have to rotate March to the right side. You have to rotate March to the right side. If you rotate March to the right, then August will become the root of this subtree. That is, this March will become August. This March will become August, and the right subtree of August will become March. Okay, and March will become the right subtree of August. Okay, and April will be the left child of August. Okay, so this is the resultant tree. And for this tree, if you calculate the balance factor for all the nodes, it is fine. It is still a balanced tree. Okay, so no issues. Next, we are adding Jan. So when you are adding Jan, what happens? You see, unbalance is created in May, but see, this is a different case. Now where, but the new node is Jan. Where is Jan is coming? Jan is coming in the left subtree of May. It is coming in the left subtree of May, but in the left subtree of May, it is coming in the right part. Are you getting? Jan is coming in the left subtree of May. Jan is coming. The new node which is added, which created the unbalance in the node May. Okay. So from May, if you see, Jan is in the left part of May. Okay. But in the left part of May, it is coming in the right side. It is coming in the right side. Okay. So this is called as LR. So this is called as LR. Okay. So if it is LR, you have to perform two rotations. One is the left rotation, the other one is the right rotation. Okay. You have to perform two rotations. One is the left rotation, the other one is the right rotation. So first you have to perform the left rotation. So left rotation, where it should be performed? It should be performed at the place where the direction is changing. First, you have to look for Jan. Where is Jan? Jan is, it is added. There is it is imbalance. You have find all those things you have found. Okay, but you have to identify from where the rotation should start. So once again, you start searching May. Jan, where it is. Jan, J is less than M. Okay, J is less than M, so it should be in the left side of May. So you are going to August. Okay, but Jan is J is greater than A, so it should be in the right side. Okay. So from this you can stop, because you need not check and identify. You are not searching. We are checking in which. So here you can see the direction changes from left to right. The direction is changing from left. First we are going left and then we are going right. So this is the node from which node the direction is changing. That node should be first rotated to the left. That node should be first rotated to the left. Okay. So if you rotate August to left, what will happen? If you rotate August to left, March will become the root of this subtree. You take this subtree alone. Okay, this subtree alone. If you rotate August to the left, what will happen? March will become the root of this subtree. That is, March will come here. March will be here. Okay, and August will just go down. August will be the left child of March. Okay, and again April will be the left child of August. Okay, all these are fine. All these are fine. But the question is where the Jan will go. Jan is actually greater than August, but it is less than March. It is greater than August and it is less than March. So it will come as the right child of August. Jan will come as the right child of August. Okay. So after this rotation, this path will be converted like this. Are you getting? So this part, instead of here August, it will be March. It will be March. It is not August, it is March. Okay, and 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 this is August. The left subtree of March is August. Left subtree of March is August. Okay, right? And the left child of August is April. This is April. Okay, this is April. And the right child of August is Jan. The right child of August is Jan. Okay, March has gone down, right? And nothing is here because Jan is moved here. March has gone to the top. Okay, so this is what happened when you just perform the left rotation. Now you perform the left rotation. Now you perform a right rotation on this point. That is, move March to the right. Okay, so when you move March to the right, what will happen? May will go left. Okay, May will go left. So March will just come to the top. Okay, nothing will happen. March will just come to the top and this will go down. So this is the resultant tree. Okay, so May and November. Anyway, May and November is the left child of May. Okay, now March will come to the top, and May will be its right child, and November is the right child of May, and August, April, Jan, or as it is here, right? So this kind of rotation is called as L-or rotation. Okay, here because the new child is added in the right side of the left subtree, which for the node which create an unbalance. Okay, fine. So now if you add December, this is the thing you got. Actually, it is a balanced tree, no issue. Again, if you are adding July, this is the one you got. It's a balanced tree, no issue. Now if you add February, this is what you got. Here 3 nodes got unbalanced. 1, 2, 3. Okay, from the new node, which is the closest one. So if you go, this is the closest one. So we have to start from August. So if you start from August, if you try, you have to know. You have to know what type of imbalance it is. There are 4 types of imbalance. Either it is LL or RR or LR or RL. Okay. Already we have discussed all these 3 cases. The 4th case which is left is RL. So if you see Feb, it is F is greater than A, so it's to the right of Jan. It is right of August. Okay. F is greater than A, so you have to go to the right of August, which is Jan. But again, F is less than Jan, so you have to go to the left. Okay. Actually, we are not searching, we are trying to identify what type of rotation to be done. So there is a direction change. So you are moving from right to left. You are moving from right to left. So it is understood that the rotation you have to perform is first right and then left. First you have to perform right and then left. Okay. So where you have to perform right rotation? Where the direction got changed. So the direction got changed in January. So in January, first you have to perform a right rotation. Okay. So when you perform a right rotation, what will happen? If you perform a right rotation of this particular, just this subtree, if you perform a right rotation, December will come as the root of this particular subtree. December will be the root of the subtree. Okay. And Jan will go as the right of that. Okay. Jan will go as the right of that. And July is already the right of Jan. Okay. This part is fine. But to the December, there is a right subtree, there is a right child Feb. Okay, where it should go? So it means if Feb is right to December, then it means Feb is greater than December. So it should go right. But Feb is less than Jan. Okay, F is less than J. So it will go as the left child of Jan. Okay, sorry. It will go as the left child of Jan. So it will come somewhere here. That is, it will come here. Feb will come here, right? Feb will come here. Okay. So this part of the tree will be converted like this, right? That is, this will become, the root will be December. I will use different color. I will strike off all this with red, then I will use different color. Okay, so the root of this tree will be December. This is December, okay. And December's right child is Jan. This is Jan. And Jan's left will be Feb. Jan's left will be Feb. And Jan's right will be July. Jan's right will be July. Okay? There is nothing to the left of December. Okay? Because only thing is December has become the root and its left child has came here. Right? So now we have done one rotation, that is R. R was done, right rotation is done. Again you have to do a left rotation. Okay? So when you do a left rotation, December will go here. December will go here, August will go down. August will go down. Okay, but that is no issue at all. So just because December has only right child, it does not have any left child. It has only right subtree. So December will just move as it is. December will just go here. Instead of here, it will go here. August will come one level down. That's all. So that is the resultant tree you get. And if you see this resultant tree, it is a balanced tree, right? So this is how the oral rotation is done. Okay. Fine. So again we are adding here one more node, June. So when you add June, there is an imbalance at March. Okay. So if you see this imbalance, what type of imbalance it is? It is actually, if you start from March to identify June, yeah, J is less than M, so go left. Again J is greater than D, so go right. So it is a left-right kind of imbalance. So first, so the direction change happens here. So December should be rotated to the left. Okay. If you rotate December to the left, Jan will become the root. Right? Jan will become the root. Jan will become the root here. Okay. And what will happen? December will come here. December will come here. December will come here. And Jan has a left child. Jan has a left child, which means that that left child is greater than December. So it will become the right child of December. That is, February will be the right child of December. February will be the right child of December. And so this is just deleted. After Jan's right child will be Jan's right child will be July and then June. Okay, right? Okay. So this is left rotation. Then you have to do a right rotation. When you do a right rotation, Jan should go here. When Jan should go here, March will come down. Okay, March will come down. So March will come down, but Jan has a right subtree, which means all this entire part, that is July, June. Okay, all these things. Feb is not there. Feb is not a part of that. July and June are greater than Jan. Okay. So when you again move to the right, it will become the left part of March. I think there is a lot of strikeovers here. So if you want me to explain again, first we are left rotating this. Okay. When you left rotate this, just this becomes Jan. Okay. This becomes Jan. December comes here. Here December comes, and this Feb will become the right child of December. Okay, there is no connection here, no more. Jan is moved here. Okay, so Jan's right child is July now. Jan's right child is July. This is not there. This is not there. Okay, fine. Now you are. This is left rotation. Now when you perform right rotation, Jan will come here. This will become Jan. Okay. This is Jan. Okay. This no, it's not a pointer again. So this particular, instead of March, it will become Jan, and March will go down. Okay. March will go down. So this March will come somewhere here. March will come here as a right child of Jan. Okay. Now the question is where this previously whatever the right child of Jan, where it will go. Now Jan is not here. To the left of Jan you have December. That's it. Okay. To the left of Jan you have December, and to the December's right child is February. February is there, but it is as a December's right child. December's right child is February. Okay, this connection is not there. Okay. Now the question is, you are moving Jan. What will happen to July and June? July and June will just become the left child of May. Okay, that is what. Uh, Sorry, left child of March. Okay, the immediate next node. Okay, of Jan. Okay, so that is how the resultant tree you got. Okay. Again, if you see this tree, this is a balanced tree, right? So this is once again an example for left-right rotation, right? Okay. Okay. Fine. So again, if you so still one more we'll discuss. So if you add this October, here you can see. Oh, after adding October, this node got disturbed. There is a what do you call? There is a imbalance at May. Okay, but this is what kind of imbalance? This is right imbalance. November is the right child of May, or October is the right child of November. So it is simple. You have to right rotate. That's all. So November will become the root. May will become the right of November, and October will become the left of November. That's it. So it is just a simple right rotation, and then it becomes a balanced tree. Okay. When you add September, the tree is balanced. It does not get imbalanced. Okay. So if you see from this, what you can understand is there are 4 types of imbalance that can be created. One is LL, the next is RR, the next is LR, the next is RL. Okay, LL means if the new node Y is inserted in the left subtree of the left subtree of A. What is A? A is the node on which imbalance is created. Okay, A is the node on which imbalance is created. So if the new node Y is inserted in the left subtree of the left subtree of A. So A is the node on the node the imbalance is created. So such an imbalance we call it as LL imbalance. Okay, if it is a LL imbalance, so on whichever the node that imbalance is created, on that node you perform a right rotation. That's all. The tree will be balanced. If it is RR rotation, Y is inserted in the right subtree of the node in which the imbalance is created. In that case, you just perform a left rotation on the node on which the imbalance is created, and the tree will become balanced. And what is LR? LR, in this case, the new node Y is inserted in the right subtree of the left subtree of the node on which imbalance is created. Okay. In that case, you identify the node where the direction is changing from left to right. Okay, where the direction is changing from left to right. Okay, so there first you perform a left rotation and then perform a right rotation. First perform a left rotation and then perform a right rotation. If it is oral kind of thing, so this will happen if the new node Y is inserted in the left subtree of the right subtree of A. Okay, that is A is the node on which imbalance is created. Again, in this case, identify the node on which the direction is changing. Start from the node where the imbalance is created. Okay, then identify the node on which the direction is changing from right to left. Okay, that node should be first rotated to the right. Okay, again, so when you rotate that node to the right, the root node will change. Okay, so on that new root node again perform a left rotation. Right. So this is how AVL ensures that the tree is balanced. Okay. Fine. Let us stop here. So we will discuss some more details of AVL tree in the next class. Right. Thank you.